بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا والسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Inshallah, we make a dua for all of us this morning, and also we make dua arwah for Allah Yarham Datuk Murad bin Sheikh Din Hashim, and so make a dua to the mother of Dr. Shahida Abdul Manaf, Johara Muhammad Ismail, who's been hospitalized for infection, and to all of us together, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. اللهم بك أصبحنا وبك أمسينا وبك نحيا وبك نموت وإليك النشور. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد نبيا. اللهم زدني علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك وعلى طاعتك. اللهم أدخلنا جنتك وأجرنا من النار. اللهم اختم لنا بالحسن الخاتمة ولا تختم علينا بالسوء الخاتمة. اللهم اغفر له وارحمه وعافيه واعف عنه وأكرم نزوله وواسع مدخله واغسله بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقيه ذات مرد بن شيخ حشيم من خطاياي كما ينقى الثوب أبيض من الدنس. اللهم أبدله دارا خير من داري، أهلا خير من أهلي، زوجا خير من زوجي. اللهم أدخله جنتك وأجره من عذاب القبر وعذاب النار. اللهم اغفر لحينا وميتنا وشاهدنا وغائبنا وصغيرنا وكبيرنا وذكرنا وأنثانا. اللهم من أحييته منا فأحيه على الإسلام ومن توفيته منا فتوفه على الإيمان. اللهم لا تحرمنا أجره ولا تدلنا بعده. اللهم أنت الشافع لا شفاءة إلا شفاؤك، وإذا مرضنا أنت يشفين. اشفي جوهر محمد إسماعيل يا رحمن يا رحيم برحمتك 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 يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى أهله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين يا رب العالمين. All praise due to Allah Rabbul Alamin for all His guidance, His blessing, His forgiveness, His mercy. May Allah Rabbul Alamin strengthen our iman, give us health, inshallah. There's a lot of virus going on. May Allah make all of us healthy inside and healthy outside. May Allah forgive the sin of those who passed away, the one that we prayed for, Datuk Murad bin Sheikh Din Hashim, and all of us who are present today and those who are absent among all of us. We also ask Allah to forgive the sin of all our family members who have passed away before this. May Allah is merciful and beneficent, love to forgive the sin of those who seek His forgiveness, and love to accept the repentance of those who repent to Him sincerely. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive the young and old among us, male and female among us. We never keep on failing to ask Allah Rabbul Alameen to strengthen our iman. Good time, bad time, we hope that our heart is still connected to Allah Almighty. We still remember Him. We do not allow anything that happened to us in this world, whether sickness or any kind of problem we encounter, to stop us from remembering Allah Rabbul Alameen. Brother and sister, we know being human, everybody will go through some kind of pain, suffering, sickness, especially these few days. Everybody is having a lot of pain here and there, coughing, running nose. We do not know why they call running nose. The nose is still with us, but we call it running nose. Yeah? I'm having the same issue too. It happened when I called upon all our other jama'ah. They also was down for a few days. That means it's not just we. There's a lot of people is not well. Allah Rabbul Alameen, His mercy is always there. When He tests us with this kind of sickness and illness, our patience in Allah, and we are ready to accept it, then Allah will purify our minor sins. So when Allah loves you, He tests you more. So among all the people that was tested by Allah more is our Prophet. And not only our Prophet, all Prophet was tested more than all of us. Yeah? When Allah loves us, He will do that. So for those who have iman, they won't feel bad, but they always look into this as purification, tuhur. It is a sense of that Allah is purifying us from our sin, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, we know that everyone who live, the ayah that I always quote from the beginning of my lecture, only today I missed quoting that ayah. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ittaqillaha haqqa tuqatih wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. This ayah that we always recite in all my classes is what the Prophet have choose to remind those who believe in Allah to take care of your iman. Our iman will be tested too, up and down. Even Allah said, ahasiban nas an yutraku ayakulu amanna wa hum la yuftanun. Do the people think that after they claim that I am a believer, Allah will just accept? No. Allah said, I won't just accept what you claim until I put you into a test. That means no one can say he has a good iman until you be tested by Allah. I don't know whether you all feel that you've been tested by Allah or not. You know, but no one can say I have an iman when you are not being tested yet. It's just like no one understands what is sabr until you are put into a test. Then you know what is sabr. If not, sabr is just a word. You know, sabr. But it's important. In this ayah, Allah is telling us that the only way to take care of your iman is you must try to attain taqwa. And then Allah said, وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ. This is a reminder from Allah again that those who are living, you must always make sure that you do not end your life until you learn how to submit to Allah qadar. Learn how to submit to Allah's qadar. Allah qadar means what Allah ordained for all of us. Takdir Allah. When I was discussing with people who are not yet a believer, but they have this general understanding If you do good, the good thing will come back to you. Known as karma to a lot of people who are not Muslim. Yeah? To us is qada and qadar. If you want something good to come to you, you become good now. No, if you are kind to somebody, some other kindness will come to you. The Prophet said, "Irham man fil ard, yarhamkum man fis sama." Show kindness and mercy to Allah's creation on earth, human, animals, environment, then the one in the heaven will shower His mercy upon you. This is what the Prophet said. Yarhamkum man fis sama. Yeah. Anything related to Allah is always above, from up to down. Yeah. He shower, He revealed, He sent His angel down, all is up, coming down. Yeah. Now this feeling is very important. We know that we are talking about funeral. When we talk about funeral, it's not a subject that people like to know, but the beauty of Islam is because this is real. This is not something it's just a fantasy, but it's real. Even those who don't believe in Allah have to accept that sooner or later they have to die. Where they are going after death, it's up to their belief. If they don't believe there is an akhirah, there is an end of everything for them. But they have to go to akhirah. Because akhirah is real. They have to go to Jannah if they prepare themselves, because Jannah is real. They have to go to hell if they don't prepare themselves, because hell also is real. Everything is real. The Sirat is real, that we are going to cross over, because below the Sirat is Jahannam. All this is real because it was taught to us not only from our Prophet. All Prophet was sent to remind the people, to remind the children. Adam was sent to talk to his children. Be careful. And that's why you have the history of the brothers killing each other. One Allah accept, one Allah reject. The one that Allah accept, those who stay away, they have no intention to kill. Whatever they offer, Allah accept. The other, Allah don't accept. To show us that there are two options when we want to die. Whether you want to die as a Muslim or you die as a non-believer. This is also our choice. Yeah. But all of us who have been a Muslim always pray and hope that Allah will not end our life until we have totally submit to Him. When you want to know whether you submit to Him or not, you start from when you are in pain, when you are not well. Do you still hold to Allah? Do you still ask Allah for help? Or you are starting to turn astray? You are starting to go to A, B, C, D, and all the so-called boomers and so on. Then you know you are heading toward the different direction, the wrong direction. No. The Prophet have reminded us, when you are not well, seek medication. Fatadawu. Fatadawu is a marid. Fatadawu. So we try our best to seek medication. And then Allah have shown us how to seek for medication. Fas'alu ahli zikri in kuntum la ta'lamun. You do not know. You know there is a doctor. Yeah. Qualified doctor. You and me also can be a doctor. Just go to the pharmacy and ask for something and then bring it home. You know? Or through our experience, we take some herbs here and there. We also can advise people. But we are not the one who are qualified, yeah? Because we didn't check the body of the patient, the one who is not well. So you ask those who are specialized in that area. Inshallah, if what medication they give it to you do not help you, it now means the doctor is not a good doctor. It just happened that our body do not respond to that particular medication. So you have to go back and they will check again. Because this is trial and error. Nobody really check everything inside your body, then give you a medicine. They just assume the normal case, running nose, flu, all this is the kind of medication. It so happen it contradicts you, it's allergic to you. Yeah? But don't give up. Now life and death is very, very certain that we cannot escape. The only thing that we always pray, may Allah give us a good ending. An ending where our mind, our tongue still mention La ilaha illallah. No, we came from Him, we are going back to Him. So there's nothing more important than to call upon Him. La ilaha illallah. Then the Prophet confirmed that if you can end with La ilaha illallah, dakhala jannah, then you know it's a good ending. Now let us go back to the book, page 148. Is that 148 today? Under the subtitle of Child Dying Before Puberty. Yeah? It is not obligatory to pray janazah for the children who die before attaining puberty. Baligh. Yeah? For the male or female baligh. The Prophet did not pray janazah for his son Ibrahim. Prophet's last son to survive is Ibrahim. Ibrahim al-Qibtiyya, from the wife, from the Ahli Kitab, Maryam al-Qibtiyya. Maryam Qibtiyya is a Coptic Christian, Ahli Kitab. The rest of the other children, Qasim, Abdullah, passed away earlier. So when Ibrahim passed away, the disbeliever, the pagan Abu Jahl, was very, very happy. They say, Khalas, our God have cursed Muhammad. Now he don't have any male children to carry his name. He's gone. Normally, only our son will carry our name. Our daughter, when she got married, and then she got baby, the baby don't carry our name. He carry the name of the husband of our daughter. So when Abraham passed away, a lot of people was very, very happy. He said, our God have punished this man. He's gone forever. After a while, nobody remember him anymore. Khalas, this man, he's a troublemaker. You see, from that time, those who don't have the right belief always consider right people as troublemaker. Today you still have the same kind of thing happening. Those who are teaching the true teaching of Islam based on Quran and Sunnah, they will call you troublemaker. The only weird thing happened at the time of the Prophet, the one who said this is a pagan, a mushrikeen. Today the Muslim is using this term. When anything go against you, go against your liking, even is not against Islam, they say you are a troublemaker. Very sad to see the character of this ummah today. So when Abraham passed away, people was very happy, the disbeliever. And this is the time the Prophet shed tears. And there's a time, one of the reasons Surah Al-Kawthar was revealed. Inna a'tayna kal-Kawthar. Fasalli di rabbika wanhar. Inna shani akahul abtar. The last ayah. Inna shani akahul abtar. People who hate you, people who go against you, they will be wiped away. They will destroy. But Allahu Akbar. Even his son passed away. There's a lot of wisdom. Only Allah knows best. Sometimes we are good. Our children, no guarantee. You know, we don't know our children. We pray to have righteous children, but no guarantee. Among the son of Noah, one reject Noah. Yeah? So no guarantee. But what is important for us to witness today, everywhere around the globe, when it comes to the day of known as Maulid to us, the day, the birth of our Prophet, even in history, no one really can confirm when, but people know when he passed away. But I'm just saying, in general, the Muslim around the globe is celebrating his birthday, remembering him. In Europe, especially UK, they are using another approach to show that Muhammad is a mercy to all of us, Rahmatul Alamin. They start to prepare flowers and give it all to the passerby. This is a day of mercy. Prophet Muhammad brought mercy to the world, to you. So they approach the not yet Muslim who are passing around the mosque, and they're giving them what? They're giving them flower. Now, this kind of activities is being carried out until today, lately. Even the last Maulid, yeah? What day is Maulid, the last Maulid? Friday, yeah? Yeah, in Penang, there's a group, yeah, led by IPSI and the other groups, NGO. They gather together, they spread out in a lot of area. You know, Penang now, lately, they have a lot of tourists. 10,000 of tourists just from China mainland. Yeah. So you want to know whether you have good experience or not when you go for breakfast. Yeah. Then you see them. So at this kind of time, if you're not early, you see most of the food is gone. You know? So most of the food buffet is gone. You know? Anyhow, I was in Penang for the Murtaka Gasma, where the State Mufti, YB, Exco, Religious Exco, all was there. Ministry of Trade, yeah. Dr. Hamza Zainuddin was there to officiate this Murtaka. You know. But then I was informed that a group of people is going out and giving gift, yeah, to a lot of tourists. That this is the day of Prophet Muhammad, telling them about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm just trying to share with you, even after his son passed away, he was worried for what, but Allah will glorify him, and that's why until today, billion and billion of people remember Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And every time we heard his name be mentioned, we perform salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Every time we perform our prayer in the tahiyat, we also say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. No one disconnect themselves from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Is really a blessing. You know, people remember him with all the good things. But in the same time, the challenge is there, like how the Prophet was fitna at his time, he was fitna until today. People still attack him. But the one who remember him in the best form are more than the one who condemn him. Yeah. So, the Prophet ﷺ, when his son passed away, he did not perform Salat Janazah. It was reported by Aisha Ummul Mu'minin radiallahu anha said that. She said, Ibrahim, the son of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu died when he was 18 months old. And Allah's Messenger did not pray janazah for him. This is one hadith. Now, in regard to other report mentioning that Prophet sallallahu prayed for his son, Al-Bani said, none of that is confirmed from him, from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, even though those reports have independent isnad. Independent isnad in the Islamic sign of hadith mean hadith ahad. There's so many category of hadith. Yeah? Hadith ahad sometimes is so somebody said so. Yeah? It can be authentic sometimes, but for this they are all extremely weak. Yeah? Extremely weak, that means you cannot accept it. As is discussed in detail in Nafs Ar-Raya, that means in the book about Riwayah. Ahmad Rahimallah reported from Anas with an authentic change that he was asked if Allah's Messenger Prophet Muhammad prayed janazah for his son Ibrahim, and he replied, I do not know. Had he prayed, it would not have been unknown to Anas, who served him for 10 years. Yeah. When a companion can say, I do not know, I'm not sure, we know that it is not authentic. One is authentic, everybody will say yes, because you know that the janazah prayer is being performed openly. Everybody will be around. But even though it is not obligatory, it is permissible to pray janazah for a child, including a miscarried fetus. As in the hadith fully cited in the previous chapter, Al-Mughira bin Shu'bah, that the Prophet ﷺ did say the meaning, as for a fetus, the janazah prayer may be performed for it, and dua should be made that its parent be granted forgiveness and mercy. The prayer is more to the parent, because we know that children at that age have no sin. Yeah. But let us look further. Yeah. Aisha reported that a dead boy from Ansar means from Medina, yeah, was brought before Allah's Messenger Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he prayed janazah for him. She, Aisha, said, glad tidings for this boy. He will be one of the birds of Jannah. Who said that? Aisha said that. Remember this word. Aisha said that. Why? He never did wrong. These are boys. Nor did he reach the age of doing it. Even if he do something wrong before puberty, there is no sin upon him. Because children is children. They do not know how to differentiate what is right and what is wrong. And that's why you don't consider them as a sinner. The messenger, our prophet, replied, when the prophet heard Aisha said that, "Awa ghayra zalika ya Aisha, shouldn't you say something else?" Meaning Aisha said something before the prophet make any comment. Yeah, sometimes because Aisha is a young lady and very aggressive, known as before anything she will say it out, and very protective, very knowledgeable among all the women. The most learned one is Aisha radiallahu anha, because she was young, sharp, very active. Yeah? The prophet said, "Shouldn't you say something else, Aisha? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Jannah, then He created its dwellers and formed them in the backbones of their fathers. He also created hell, created its dwellers, and formed them in the backbone of the father. As for the reason that Allah's messenger is admonished Aisha's command, Nawawi rahimallah said, there is a consensus among all of the worthy scholars of Islam that the Muslim children who die will be in Jannah, based on this hadith, because they are from the parents who are Muslim. Yeah. The interpretation of this hadith is that he prevented her from making a hasty judgment without an evidence, or that he possibly said that before he knew that the Muslim children will be in Jannah. Yeah. The Prophet are very careful about coming out with any statement, because Aisha should ask the Prophet first, but Aisha give an answer first. Yeah. Who know about the future more than the Prophet? Who know about the ghaib more than the Prophet? He, the Prophet, admonished her for affirming that a specific child will enter Jannah, because the truth of its parents' iman is a matter of ghaib, known only to Allah. But there is another hadith, a general hadith, that also gives us some evidence to say that, Wallahu alam, at the end, the Prophet said, Kullu maulid yulad ala fitra. Every child is born. And the Prophet never said, every Muslim child. He said, every child is born pure, fitra. And then, of course, the hadith that Allah have created from the backbone of the father. Yeah? And then the Prophet said, Fa'abawahu. The Prophet used this term, abawahu, means the parent, starting from the father. If he used wabil walidain or walidayhu, means the mother comes first. This the father comes first. Mother will give the best to the children, but father always want to buy over the children. They corrupt the children with present, with gift, They hardly have time to spend with the children. Every time they come home, they buy gift, they buy chocolate, they buy this. That's why how bad the father to the mother, and have no time for the children. Once the father appears, the children say, my father is the best. We are always the last. But the one who has spent so much time, give so much love, and is the mother. But because the father are very smart, they use things, to win their love. Then the Prophet said, the parent will make them a Yahud wa Nasara or Majusi. فَأَبَوَاهُ يُحَوِّدَانِهِ أَوْ يُنَصِّرَانِهِ أَوْ يُمَجِّسَانِهِ. And this is very logical. If our parents are a disbeliever, then the upbringing is a disbeliever. If you are a Nasara, and I believe that then they were, they brought up the children, they bring up the children as a Nasara. It is very common. Majority of us are Muslim. Why? Because our parents are Muslim. So the upbringing of us is Islam. Only whether you love Islam, you understand or not, is second matter. Even we have been praying, we have been reciting Quran, but we don't even know what the Quran wants us to do. What do the prayer want from us? We don't know, but we've been doing it because that is our upbringing. Yeah? From day one, we know that khinzir is haram. No argument one. Khinzir, no way. Liquor sometime. Yes, yeah. So even until today, liquor also is sometime okay, sometime not okay. Sometimes say, as long as I can control myself. That is your logic on controlling. But we believe prevention is better than cure. Now, what is important now, children, we don't really have any say. Allah knows best. Yeah? We leave it to Allah. But there is some hadith to say that if anyone die from young, they will be in paradise. There's also other hadith. Yeah? We'll come to that particular hadith later on, inshallah. But we leave it to Allah Rabbul Alamin. Allah knows best. An early fetus, janazah prayer may be performed for a miscarried fetus only if the soul has been blown into it, which occur after completing 4 months. That means it's about 120 days. Why we fix that month? Why only after 4 months? The prayer should not be performed prior to that. Before that, no. Because it does not count as a dead person because there's no life. It's just a flesh, a piece of flesh. There's no life yet. It's based on one popular hadith from Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu. You can get it in Hadith Arba'in. Hadith Arba'in from Nawawi highlight this hadith. That the creation of each of you is brought together in his mother's womb for 40 days as a seed. This is the beginning. Then as a clot of blood for a similar period, another 40. Then as a motion of flesh for a similar period, another 40. Allah then sent an angel who blew the soul into it. That means after the completion of 120 days, 4 months, then Allah command the angel to blow the soul. Now the spirit means the soul is always there. That's why we all was in alam arwah. The first level, the first stage we all are is alam arwah. Alam arwah, all the soul is clean and pure. That's where Allah asks, Alastu bi rabbikum, am I not your creator? Am I not your Lord? All the souls said, Qalu bala. Shahid now, we bear witness. Because you are not corrupted yet. Then when Allah wants this soul to move to another world, the world of the Rahim, the mother's womb, that is when any of the woman got pregnant for 4 months, then the roh from Alam Arwah will be transferred to the Rahim of that particular woman. And when the roh is been, the soul is been blown into, he is commanded, the angel is been commanded to write down 4 things. Remember these 4 things. Future sustenance risk. Number 1 is risk. Risk here. That means if Allah said, you will eat so much today, that's the only food that you will eat. They may have many food, but that is your risk only. Number 2, your lifespan. When you will die. The end of your life is been fixed. Your ajal is been fixed. Your deeds good and bad deeds, Allah knows everything. We may not know. And whether it will be miserable or happy. Miserable can come from many angles. You may not be healthy, is miserable. Pain here, pain there is really a miserable thing. Or happy, somebody, mashallah, he don't do exercise, he don't take supplement, so healthy. And we keep on taking this supplement, that supplement, this calcium, multivitamin, still are not well. Yeah? And this is something that Allah have ordained upon us. Now what is not here that always we misquote? We Muslims like to quote something that is not written here. Is about jodoh. Tada jodoh. No. Jodoh is always there. It's because we are so choosy sometimes. So then we have problem. It's like risky is everywhere. But if you are very particular, everywhere you want to go, you want only curry, then you have problem. Not every country people serve curry. But if you are very easygoing person, risky is always there. That's why it's very important to train our children, not to be fussy with food, so they can survive anywhere. One raw meat also can, half cooked also can, well done can, soupy no problem, curry okay. So multi, so it goes very well. Then it can be cheap, because you are eating the local food. But you travel so far, you want to look for your food, there is a problem. Then today, alhamdulillah, life has changed so much. You have all the curry powder ready made. You just carry a few packets, you do your own curry. So easy. Things have changed. I mean, you can still enjoy your kind of food. But when you talk about jodoh is not there. What Allah and the Prophet have informed us, your rizqi, yes. When you are going to die, fix. No one can change that. Deeds, and whether it will be miserable or happy. When? After 4th month. And then that's when you can perform a prayer if you want. Some scholars hold the opinion that the janazah prayer may only be performed for a miscarried fetus that was dropped alive. Some scholars have another opinion. Dropped alive means when they give birth, the baby was still alive and then died. Then you can perform prayer. They base their opinion on a hadith. When a fetus is dropped alive, prayer may be performed for it, and it inherits. That means that child have the right to inherit something. Example, there's some property, then he can inherit. However, this hadith is weak. Some scholars said okay, but the reference is not from a strong evidence, a weak evidence. Any weak dalil contradict a strong dalil, automatically the weak one cannot be applied anymore. But if there's a weak hadith and opinion from people, nothing against the authentic hadith, a lot of scholars said we can accept that because it do not contradict the authentic evidence. This is another group. Early fetus. That means there's no, he was not born alive. He was alive and then suddenly something happened. They have to go through abortion, and then Salat Janazah can be, if you want, after 4 months. If you do not want, also it is okay. Yeah, both is okay. I don't know how you are experiencing all these things before. We have experienced that people after 5 months then miscarried. They wash the fetus and then they send it to me. They don't know what to do. They brought it to me. So everything is clean and then we buried it. Yeah, we find a place to bury it. For you to send to the graveyard sometimes is very difficult. Yeah, it's very difficult because they say, is there a date certificates from the police and all these things? They don't consider that there is a life. It's just fetus. It's just a flesh. So we just dig a hole somewhere and then just bury it. It is not required to pray janazah for shaheed. The Prophet did not pray janazah for most of the shaheed of Uhud immediately after the battle. Anas reported the shaheed of Uhud were not washed, were buried in their blood, and janazah prayer was not performed for them except Hamza. Normally, people who die in the battlefield, you must remember the shaheed about this hadith, that you don't have to wash their body, you don't have to change their clothing to the two white clothes, is because they die in the battlefield. But if you die after the battle, no, you were injured and then you bring you back and then you were treated and then you pass. That kind of death, you have to go through the normal procedure. Yeah? But it is permissible to pray janazah for them, as in the above hadith and the hadith of Shaddad bin Al-Had, fully cited earlier, page 122, regarding the Bedouin who died as a shaheed. The Prophet ﷺ then shrouded him in his own cloak, brought him forth and prayed janazah for him. Yeah, you have time. Meaning, if people do not pray, there's no sin. People who want to pray, you are welcome for the shaheed. Yeah? If people decide we don't want to pray, they don't have to pray because they are shaheed. They will sure be blessed by Allah. So nobody can say, oh, because no one perform prayer, we all are sinners. Because the funeral prayer is fardu kifaya. Remember that. One person perform that prayer, then the obligation is been lifted out from others. But when nobody perform that prayer, everyone is a sinner. That is what fardu kifaya means. Once there's somebody who perform, the rest don't have to. Fardu kifaya, satu orang buat, yang lain tak payah. But when no one does it, everybody is a sinner. I'll give you one simple example. Some scholars even said that iktikaf, the last 10 nights of Ramadan, some scholars said fardu kifaya. And that's why in the Pakistani Indian masjid, wherever they are, they will make sure they hire one person to do iktikaf. Even they have to pay you, they pay you. You know, whether you are the mosque is in London, here, Malaysia, or any country, when everybody is busy, I have no time to spend 10 nights in the mosque and do nothing except iktikaf. I have so many things to do. Then they will hire somebody back from Pakistan and India to come to stay here for 10 days. They will pay you everything because they thought that this fardu kifaya. Once a person is doing that, the whole community's responsibility has been lifted out. But iktikaf is not wajib. Yeah? Only some people say it's fardu kifaya. Yeah? Opinion I'm trying to share with all the sisters and the brother. If you want to entertain opinion, there is no end. Everywhere you go, there is always some group of people who have their own opinion. I give you one simple and another example. The opinion, if you ask, can the male and female sit side by side and touch each other because it's so cramped? What can you do? Of course it cannot. It's like some scholars, when they came to a country, they saw woman driving motorbike. The woman is riding a motorbike carry, and then the woman. So how can you let this thing happen? What country is this? What kind of Muslim law are you following? You let the woman take a bike and then take another woman passengers. It's dangerous, exposed to the public. Then later on, we exposed the scholar to see the cramp in the public transport. Train, buses. Everybody is so cramped that you touch each other. It's like a body massage, When the scholar look at this, say, I think if this is the situation, it's better for them to ride the motorbike. At least they have their own privacy. Just woman and woman, not mixed and then man, woman, and so on. Because it is an opinion. An opinion may change. But if you are not alert about the changes, this is the only way, then you have problem. Yeah, the opinion is opinion. Of course, the Prophet always want the man to respect the woman. So that you protect the woman. In other countries, they have, like in the mall, where the woman section, only woman is there. Men should not move around that area and become a salesman in that department. No. Because it's not nice. Especially the undergarment and all these things, and you want the man to bring what size to you. It's not nice. Let the woman, they know their body better. But some countries, they don't care. They want fairness, equality. But in the Islamic country, they are very careful. It's a matter of self-respect. Let the woman, they have even shopping time. This time, only woman will come and shop. Next time, the man. They have buses for a woman. Alhamdulillah, if they can organize that, then it's good. But not every country have that kind of privilege and facilities. So when the thing changed, in the Islamic fiqh, they said, Ma la yutraku kullu, la yutraku kullu. If you can't do everything, don't abandon everything. Do whatever you can. Fattaqallah mastataqtum. This is the qaida of Islam. But if you can, you have organized like this. This is the role for the woman to pay their bills. This a man is okay. But normally, if you do like that, the male will go to the female part. The female is like toilets, What is going to happen there? All is unisex. It's not that nice, Anyhow, the law is when you come across opinion, brothers and sisters, not all opinion is correct. And if you decide not to follow that opinion, you are not committing a sin. No, it is just an opinion. Allah's messenger did pray for some of the shaheed of Uhud. While he prayed for Hamza, Abdullah bin Zubair reported that on the day of Uhud, Allah's messenger commanded that Hamza be covered with a cloak. Then he prayed janazah for him, making how many takbir? 9 takbirat. and none of us have experienced performing 9 takbirat. To show you the minimum 4 takbirat, the maximum 9 takbirat. Once I was asked by a group of people, what do you think, Sheikh, about people pray Jannah with 9 takbirat? I say, what do you think? It's wrong. This is too much. The Prophet only do 4 takbirat. How can this group go and do 9 takbirat? They have turned astray. They are not the Ahli Sunnah wal Jama'ah group. Wow. They are so fast in judging others. So I asked that brother and the group, did any one of you ask him, hey, why you pray 9 takbirat? Because when the Imam make, after the 4th one, he still takbir, people behind will say, Subhanallah. He said the Imam make mistake. By you saying Subhanallah, the Imam make the 6th takbir. So they get Subhanallah. By saying another Subhan, he goes 7 takbir. They don't know what to say anymore. So after the prayer, they just don't even ask him. They just went home and said, the Imam is doing something very wrong. So I asked him, did you ask him? He said, no, nothing to ask. I said, Subhanallah, Subhanallah, and he still go takbir, khalas. No, meaning you cannot talk to these people. I said, if I show you a hadith that the Prophet does 7 takbirat, 9 takbirat, but most of the time 4 takbirat, what do you say? Are you going to say the Prophet is wrong? If I have no evidence, then you say that what they do is wrong. It so happens we know the hadith, we are exposed, but they are not exposed to. So next time, if you come across people do more than 4 takbirat, don't immediately say, Subhanallah, Imam sudah salah lah. Don't make that judgment. Yeah. Just have some patience first. Think that we do not know. But normally, if I am going to be the Imam, and if I want to do more than 4, I will alert the congregation. That's how I do. Why? So that it will not caught them by surprise. Because majority are not aware about a lot of things. So before you want to do anything that is Sahih, Sunnah, but it's not known, it is wise for you to remind them first. It is better. It's just like when people call me to be Imam, and if I want to make sujood, a longer sujood to make dua, so that after prayer we just make zikir, we don't have to make dua because dua is being done while you are in your prayer. I will alert the congregation, Jama'ah, today our dua we do it in sujood, the last sujood. I'll make a longer sujood after Subhana Rabbil A'la 3 times, and you make dua. I alert them, and after that we'll make zikir, and then we'll pray sunat ba'diyah. So they are aware, they are ready for the changes. Because you need to educate the public. If not, they will caught by surprise, and then they will make their own conclusion. It can create fitna. So please, before you want to do anything, think that you are aware, you know, but they do not know. You let them know first. Yeah, so they don't gossip about you. Yeah, that is the best way to do it. It's just like when you want to what sujud tilawah. You know what is sujud tilawah? That means you want to recite ayat in the Quran that have sujud ayat, sujud tilawah. Yeah. Then you alert the people, because not everybody knows. And then suddenly Allahu Akbar, you go sujud. People will go rukuk. Hey, why? Some is sujud, some is rukuk. You know. And then Allah, you continue recitation. You confuse the congregation. So it's wise if you want to recite ayat tilawah sujud sajadah, then you alert the people. Today, in the second rak'at or the first rak'at, and we are reading ayat-ayat sujadah. Then people are alert. It's good, to do that. Then other Muslim shahid were brought and lined up, and he prayed for them and for him again with them. Furthermore, Uqba bin Amir al-Juhani reported that the Prophet ﷺ went out one day and prayed a normal janazah prayer for the shahid of Uhud. That was 8 years after the battle. As if he was saying his farewell to the dead and the living. When he came back to masjid, he mounted the mimbar, praised and glorified Allah. Then he said, the saying of the Prophet, I am preceding you to death and am a witness over you. Our meeting will be at the Hawd. Al-Hawd is Al-Kawthar, the well, the pond where the water of Jannat al-Firdaus will come, collected there, and there is a well, a pond, that we will drink the water from that, inshallah. Our meeting will be at the Hawd. By Allah, I can see my Hawd right now. It's Allah's gift to the Prophet. Verily is indeed I have been offered the key to the earth treasure, but have declined taking them. The Prophet was given by Allah all the treasure he won in this life. But he chose not to stay here too long. He chose to go back to Allah. Because all prophets before they die, the angel of death will not be given the authority to pull their soul without their permission. Ask them, are they ready to go back or not? Then the angel will just hold back and they will leave again. It's a gift from Allah to them. But most of the prophets, when they know that Allah is waiting for them, I don't want anything else. I just want to go back to my Lord. Because they love Allah more than anything else. We all love Allah, but we love a lot of things more than Allah. We love a lot of things because we are thing people. We are material people. We love. By Allah, I am not afraid that you may commit shirk after me. But I fear for you the worldly life, that you compete and fight over it, thereby getting destroyed like those before you were destroyed. Shirk is a big sin. But shirk is between you and God. You commit the sin by yourself. Now the Prophet worried most that his ummah will kill each other, will fight against each other just because of worldly thing. And it is happening. How true the saying of the Prophet ﷺ. Because of dunya, we fight. We don't care. Because of dunya, husband and wife fight, children, parents, sibling. We don't care. We create fitna among us just because of dunya. Why? These are the signs that all of us have the sickness of the heart. في قلوبهم مرض. And you want to know whether the sickness of heart is getting stronger, is growing or not, when they act upon it. When they don't act upon the hold on, hasad, they don't like, they are jealous, but still the sickness is there, but the sickness is not growing. It's under control. But when they let it out, they talk about it, they create fitna, you know how bad his sickness is. You cannot just ignore it, you know. You must be very careful already. You must know the limit for you with that person. Don't share a lot of things anymore. Enough. Yeah. Once bitten, twice shy. We all learn a lot of good words. But we always have good feeling, alhamdulillah. But always you must know the limit. Yeah. It's very important in life to know the limit. And it's so true that the thing that the Prophet feared for all of us is the worldly life, about thing that you compete and fight over it, thereby getting destroyed. Both parties will suffer. And this is what happened today. Majority of us become a victim. Yeah. Why? Because of worldly things. Land, money, position, power. We don't care. We go for the kill. Uqba, the Sahaba, said, this was the last time I saw Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. With this report indicating that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed janazah for some of the shaheed, we conclude that it is a recommended act of worship whenever possible. However, we cannot deduce that it is obligatory, because large number of the Sahaba were shaheed in Badr and other battles, and there are no report that he prayed for them. So we cannot say that it is wajib, it is recommended, it is a sunnah. Had he done it, it would have been reported. Ibn al-Qayyim say, now, again, when I quote Ibn al-Qayyim, Ibn al-Zawji, or Ibn Taymiyyah, or anyone, remember, these are the scholarly opinion. Yeah? These are scholarly opinion. The correct opinion in regard to this issue, that one has the option of praying janazah for them or not, because they are reported supporting both action. Yeah, they come to a conclusion. If people still argue, it's a must, then there are evidence that the Prophet don't even do it. That's why you cannot say it is a must. But if the group of Muslims only exposed to the hadith that the Prophet was performing the prayer, they were not exposed to the other hadith, and they will hold to that hadith. You understand now? Yeah? Give you one simple example. When people, some companions said, the Prophet never missed Sunnat Duha prayer. Some companions said, I never seen Prophet miss his Duha prayer. Aisha said, I never seen the Prophet perform Duha prayer. Do we contradict now? Who is closer to the Prophet? Aisha. And Aisha said, I never seen him. Duha is a sunnah prayer. Sunnah prayer, the Prophet loved to do it at home, not in the masjid. You can do it in the masjid too. But the other companion said, the Prophet never abandoned Duha prayer. Is he telling a lie? What do you understand by these two incidents? What do you understand? Now, come, share with me, sisters. What do you understand about these two two incidents? Aisha said no, another companion, no, the Prophet never missed Duha. That's why sometimes you find people who never miss the Duha prayer. Maybe they come across that hadith. It so happened the Prophet don't only stay with Aisha every day. She got other wives that she will stay with too. So, when he was with Aisha, he did not pray. So happened the Prophet don't even move and travel with one Sahaba all the time. Yeah. Say that I have so many friends, so many Jama'ah. I travel with this in few travels. This one maybe 10, this one 3 times, this one 15 times. Each time when I travel with this person, I pray. But maybe just 5 times. When I travel with that time, 15 times, I don't pray. But the guy said he never missed because each time when I was with him, I never missed. And that's how he made the conclusion. You understand now? So when it comes to hadith, if there is authentic, both are authentic. It's not contradicting. It's just a sunnah fi'li wa sunnah tarqi. Meaning, to do that prayer is a sunnah. To abandon that prayer is a sunnah. You understand? Because the Prophet did that prayer, so doing that prayer is a sunnah. When the Prophet abandoned it, abandoning is also a sunnah. Don't say, oh, dia tak ikut sunnah. Yeah, it's just like when we have a discussion in Penang, in a multaqa, very interesting statement. One of the scholars, a good friend of us, who was senior than me many years, maybe 4 or 5 years in Medina. So when he was teaching in USM, he said somebody called in. He said, Ustaz, I know you learn about the sunnah, you follow the sunnah, but there is also other sunnah that you don't follow. So you don't set a good example. So this scholar said, who is this guy? And who's no? And it's not a guy, it's a she who called him. So what do you mean that which sunnah that I do not follow? I fail to follow. Ustad talk about sunnah. But Ustad only have one wife. The sunnah is to have more than one. She asked, the Ustad is not following this sunnah. No. Maybe Ustad go against this sunnah. It's not going. It's a sunnah. You know a sunnah is a sunnah. Meaning, when it's a sunnah, it maintained as a sunnah. It's not an obligation. It's not wajib. You are option to do it or not to do it. That is what a sunnah means. You are imposing to me like it become wajib. Yeah, sometimes people will challenge you. You're talking about sunnah, but you yourself don't practice sunnah. You are thinking, what sunnah they are talking about. But anyhow, when you come across someone say this and someone also say the others, don't make any conclusion yet. Maybe you are right and they are right too, if both have evidence. But if one side have evidence, the other don't have, that means the other may follow certain opinion, because they are not exposed to everything. Neither you blame them or you judge them. What you have to do, if you have a strong evidence, when you see them next time, you share with them. They may not know. I'll give you a scenario. If you ask opinion, can you recite dua in the sujud position? Can you make dua? When you are making sujud, can you make dua? Yes, that's the best place to make dua. The Prophet said, "Aqrabu ma yakunu abdu min rabbih, fa huwa sajid fa aksara dua." The closest between you and God when you are making sujud, and make more dua in the state of sujud. Now, if now opinion come in, they say the best dua is the dua in the Quran. Quran have many dua. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا إِن نَّسِينَا أَوْ أَخْطَأْنَا. Allah, dua, yes. But now if there's a hadith, general hadith said, no recitation of Quran when you are making ruku and sujood. So, how are you going to apply this hadith? Oh, but this is, your intention is not to recite the Quran. You read the dua from the Quran with the intention of making dua. What did the Prophet say? I was forbidden by Allah to recite any Quran in the state of ruku and sujood. But if you want to entertain opinion, of course, but as long as your niyat is not the Quran, niyat for dua, okay. Are you playing a fool with Allah? When even the Prophet was not allowed to read any Quran. But there's so many other dua that the Prophet taught us, other from the Quran. Can't you just do that and stay away from this argument and stay away from this gray area? But is a dua the best dua in the Quran? Yes, of course. Just example, what is the best dua to ask forgiveness from Allah? Known as Sayyidul Istighfar. Which one? Is in the Quran? No. Is in the Hadith. Allahumma anta rabbi la ilaha illa anta khalaqtani wa ana abduka wa ana ala ahadika wa wa'dika mastata'tu a'udzu bika min syarri ma asana'tu wa abulaka bi ni'mati. This is the dua. Wa abulaka bi ni'mati. We acknowledge, all the nikmat of Allah Rabbul Alamin, and then we ask Allah for faghfirli. That is Sayyidul Istighfar. Just example, sometimes when we learn about the deen, sometimes we are carried away because of opinion. But when there is no dalil that contradict that opinion, fair enough, no problem. But you cannot impose that opinion to others, because it is just your opinion. You refer to the opinion of so and so. But when the hadith is clear, opinion should not be entertained, because Allah said, وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ وَلَا مُؤْمِنَةٍ إِذَا قَضَى اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ أَمْرًا أَن يَكُونَ لَهُمْ خِيَرَةٌ مِنْ أَمْرِهِمْ. When Allah and the Prophet have decided something, you are not given the choice to choose. When Allah said, call upon me, and then the Prophet said, Allah forbid me to make any recitation of the Quran in the state of ruku' and sujood. The Prophet has said, no, you cannot look for an opinion anymore. It's not right. Are you telling us that you know better, you understand better than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? If there's a proof, they said Prophet himself make this dua while in the state of sujood. Alhamdulillah, there's no more opinion. It's from the Prophet. A bit confused? No, alhamdulillah. May Allah help us, inshallah. This is what I'd like to share with all of us. The next, we are coming to the next Wednesday. We are not around, because we are up overseas for some conference, some tour, some lecture tours. We have been in Dubai next Wednesday, Dubai. Then we are back, but we are back, then we are going for the camp. So the next Wednesday is no more there again. I think there will be no classes. Wednesday class will be off until next year. So alhamdulillah, whatever you have learned, sisters and brothers, may Allah help us to have the right understanding and help us to practice what we are exposed to. And if you find somebody come with an opinion, Don't argue, just listen first. If they have evidence, follow. No evidence, then we use the one with evidence. Because following what is been taught by Allah and the Prophet is the safest. Yeah. May Allah help us, and remember the coming few Wednesday classes off until we are back from all our da'wah activities, because after that we are leaving to Maldives for a da'wah and Sri Lanka, inshallah. Question time, alhamdulillah. Yes. No, they want to catch you. Yeah, please use that, no problem. It help others.
Nowadays, the young Imam Muda and the Da'i and all this, their knowledge is limited. They're still young, not much experience. But then when people ask them question, they simply put in what they think. Is it right?
It's
like
dangerous.
that? So somebody should do something.
Yeah, we should remind them. The public have the right to remind them. Please, yeah, you are not qualified to just answer any question. You may have some knowledge, but the public sometimes is also very the public sometimes knows better, but the public in the same time, the young one, they just love to ask anybody. They don't know who to ask sometimes. When you are being promoted through the media, Imam Muda, you must remember Imam Muda. Jangan memudah-mudahkan. Giving a lot of answer that is not correct. Just based on your understanding, your feeling, cannot. Then you are misguiding a lot of people. I give you an example. If this scholar specialized in qiraati, very good in reciting Quran, don't ask him other than that. He may not know, but because you thought that he's an alim in Quran, that means he alim in everything, and he also start to give you fatwa. And that is where we are so confused today, because we don't ask the right people. And the way we promote these people also is not fair to them. We are not fair to them. Be humble, be humble. Yeah. Or you can ask the elders. Yeah, if they really know, alhamdulillah. The important thing you can ask, but their answer must have evidence. When no dalil, then you know. If you keep on asking and they don't give you dalil, why you going to ask them? The problem again. Are you just going to ask them for the sake they come up with a statement? You hold to their statement. You see, I have asked, no, and he is not just anybody. Imam Muda, popular figure. Oh no. If that is how you value the religion, then it's just too sad. No. But it is important. It's just like a qadi is a qadi. Yeah. A qadi, he look into the hukum hakam a bit here and there about kawin and all these things. They are well versed in that. You not ask a lot of things to them. Imam, a lot of imam, they don't have a lot of exposure. Yeah. The one who have a lot of exposure normally are the du'at, the da'i, who travel a lot, engage with the public, who also engage with scholars, and they learn from the scholars. They are more exposed. That's why a lot of da'i, their explanation are very different. Yeah. But in general, when you ask somebody for any kind of issue, make sure that he have evidence. If he have evidence, alhamdulillah, you are not following him, you are following the evidence. It's a very good question. Again, sisters, if you know something is very wrong, what should you do? Write to them, tell them, alert them. Everybody have to remind each other. Faddal. Please, sister.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
You were saying just now regarding the best time to make doa is in sujud. So what is the best doa for us to do? Because I'm told that we cannot make doa in Bahasa Melayu.
Yeah, if you want to recite the doa, of course, all the recitation dalam solat will be in Arabic. All the recitation. Yeah, from Fatihah to Tahiyat to Rokok, Sujud, Subhan, Rabbil Azim, Subhan, must be in Arabic. But if you cannot, the dua, you have your own dua, then you ask Allah through your heart. You don't recite. That one in any language you can. Because Allah create all the languages. Even when you recite Fatihah, even you are reciting Fatihah now, in your heart, what language do you try to understand? In your language, in your bahasa. No problem for that. Oh yeah, that would be the best. But sometimes your needs may differ. You have your own personal needs. So you can ask Allah for that. But don't recite it aloud if you don't know how to recite in Arabic. Sometimes people say, why I must in Arabic? It's so difficult. This is Allah's rule. Pardon? You know, you are just whisper is through your heart. Nothing, no recitation in your heart. Yeah. Actually, the dua from the heart is more powerful. Yeah. Naam. And the last question? Okay, when others. Okay.
Talking about being a Muslim, is it true that we have to believe? We have to believe in Jesus, Moses, and Muhammad. Then only you are a true Muslim. And again, the question of newborn Jesus. I'm so confused when I cannot get the right answer. I hope maybe you can clarify this.
Yes, no one can be a Muslim without believing in Allah's book. Yeah, you must believe in Allah, Rukun Iman, the first one. You must believe in the books of Allah. Now the Quran talk about Adam, Noah, Ibrahim, talk about Ishaq, Ismail, talk about Moses, Jesus. If you don't believe, then you cannot be a Muslim. You must believe in them. No. 25 prophets' name is mentioned in the Quran. The name by names are 25. Where there are more than that, then Allah did not expose it to all of us. Yeah, that's why the Prophet said there are 120 over 1,000 prophets. 300 over are messengers. But 25 only the name is written in the Quran. So we cannot choose. La nufarriqu baina ahadim min rusuli. You cannot choose. I want this prophet, that prophet I don't want. You cannot. Whatever Allah mentioned, you must believe. It's not what you like to believe. What Allah wants you to believe. You just have to believe. Inshallah. So may Allah help us. Francis, please remember whatever you have learned. Think that you are not clear. When there's no evidence, you don't have to follow. To safeguard your iman and safeguard your deeds. When there is an evidence, not opinion, remember, not opinion, then alhamdulillah, you can follow when there is an evidence. Yeah? So have a safe journey for those who are traveling. Yeah, because this month is a month of traveling. A lot of people traveling with family members because of the long holidays and so on. For those who have been confirmed to send their children for the camp, please follow up. Yeah, and inshallah, may Allah make it easy for all of us. Don't forget to pray for each other when you are traveling, because the prayer of the traveler is very powerful and won't be rejected by Allah Rabbul Alameen. Be sincere in our prayer, and also be sincere in seeking knowledge and have the right adab. Yeah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.